I have found a cure. The people cursed with a death that keeps them walking, it has a cure. I am amazed it was already in my possession and I didn't know. The first of many villagers got a cure today. I want to name him, but I realise I don't know what people call themselves, it's been so long. Elsewhere in the house, I found a secret room, which came as a shock. It was while I was working on my kitchen, preparing to automate the farms. It was quickly sorted, but I now need to remember how to make power from the basic supplies I have available to me in my present situation. Now then, and welcome back to another episode of A Druid's Tale on the Horizons 3 mod pack. Here we are back in the city, back underneath the mansion. This is technically the basement, however, it's pretty open to the skies right now out there. There's only so much we can do at once, isn't there? Why am I back so soon with this guy right here, you ask? Well, I was out and about. I was doing a little bit of wandering. I was trying to find some black onyx to make some black dye. Right, that's what I was doing, because I wanted to make some black stained glass to make an oven for my kitchen. And then I can make all the other bits and pieces and things and stuff, because I've got everything I need, apart from maybe a cow. But I've got everything else apart from the cow and the milk. To get all of the things that we need to do all of the things for the kitchen, right? Except we don't have the black dye. So I went out and I did a bit of exploring through subways and the like, and just got a few of the flowers that turn into different coloured dyes. And while I was out there, this zombie villager came to get me, and it was night, so I brought him back in here as quickly as I could. I thought that'd be a good idea. Now I've got to be careful, because I want to go over here and I want to get the apple, the emerald apple, I think it is. And I want the emerald apple, but I don't want him to despawn. So I'm kind of like, you follow me this way, stay within easy reach of me. Yeah, this way. That's it. And don't burn up in the sunlight. That's basically what I want him not to do. I don't want him to just disappear because he's out of range. And I don't want him to burn up in the sunlight. I want him to come to me, and then I will oh man, actually, that's possibly a bad idea. I was just going to sit there. Yeah, that's okay then. Okay. If he's just going to sit there, I'm hoping to find him again very, very soon. I need to get one of those emerald apples from Cyclic, right? It unlocks blocked villagers' trades with the index and cures zombie villagers. I want to see it cure a zombie villager, because I've never seen this in action, so I thought we could do that together to start with. Oh, there he is. Okay. He's currently not seeing me. Ah, there we go. Hi. Now, do I just right-click? I right-clicked him, and I still have the apple. I right-clicked him, I still have the apple. He's got the effect of the villager thing going on. So there's something useful, I suppose. Let's get me up into here. So he ends up in this water here. So, yeah, there you go, stay in there. So he is transforming. Is that right? Is that how it looks these days? I do remember transforming zombie villagers a long while ago with a potion and a golden apple and all that kind of stuff. But I haven't seen it happen recently, because there's always been villagers wherever I needed to go. I just found a village. But over here, we don't have a population of villagers. Anywhere close by, the world is disaster. So I want to create. I want to cure. I want to envision a new world where they're not zombies. They're villagers. And this is one of our first new villagers. Check it out. Hi. How you doing? So you are a leather worker. Excellent. So you're gonna take leather from cows that don't exist and give me emeralds, or you're gonna take emeralds and give me leather pants. Wow. You are awesome. You should be safe down here as well. I've made this little area down here pretty secure, so there's no way in from above, and there's a too high wall all the way around, and it's fairly well lit. That edge there might not be too well lit, but I haven't had many zombie spawns or hostile mobs spawning in this area, so villagers such as this should be safe. The problem being, of course, now that any zombies that spawn maybe on the first floor will potentially come out and try and kill this dude, because they'll be attracted to him. And I know that there's been a few spots down here in the basement where they have been able to come out of places and come and get us. I'm considering ripping down the basement level. I need a staircase up as well, and I don't really have the will to do it all individually and have all of these different corridors. They look cool, but there's this staircase here, actually, front door or side door, basement level, goes up through all this level, and then we're on to the first floor. The first floor's got this section. It's up here, which is all good, so that's looking all nice, but I don't really have a way up onto the final floor up above. I'm going to need to have another level going up, and I was thinking of doing something in here to have another stairwell behind this stairwell in a similar sort of design going up to the next level, into the next floor. But at the same time, I've got to be making sure that no zombies are going after those zombie villagers, and there's quite a few potential problems with that, because there's quite a lot of places they could still be spawning around here. So I've got to do a little bit of that before I start considering getting more zombie villagers and curing them, because I did seem to keep this emerald apple. So that's pretty cool. And I would like villagers of a different kind as well, wouldn't I? It'd be awesome. I really did not expect that. I really did not expect that. If I had expected that, I would have been looking at recording it. I was hunting around. Where am I? Here we go. I was hunting around on the map up there because there was a problem. There were lots of red dots, lots of mobs somewhere on the map, and I couldn't figure out where that was. Let's put that away. I couldn't figure out where they all were and what they were all doing, and they were all in here somewhere, and it looks like they are literally in the roof space above the kitchen area that I've just been so carefully setting up, somewhere between the room there and the top there. And I dug a little hole and dropped in and saw that there was an attic space just at the top there, and loads of mobs, and bad guys. So that means that this floor is now going to be problematic. Well, there's creepers up there still. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Creepers coming. And I've got nothing to prevent them from killing me or blowing all my kitchen up. That is the last thing I need now. Blow my kitchen up. Come on, out. There's a door there. Get out the door. That's it. Come and get me. Come and get me. Don't bada boom me. Oh, man. Okay. So we've got to figure that out for a start. Okay, I think I've done that. I think they're all gone. I think they're all gone. I think we're okay. Yes, we are. Okay. So what do you get from these places? You get some bread. Good. Golden apples. Awesome. Rotten flesh. A lead. Okay. A name tag. Okay. Some decent stuff then. Not bad. Not bad. It's like an extra roof though. I wonder how many extra roofs there are in this place. It's kind of held up with that. That's weird, isn't it? Wonder how many more of these places there are. Okay. There might be a way of telling what they are, right? Because there's this like lip around here of these particular blocks, which will designate that that is a new floor. And if you can't see inside it, then it must be something going on. I died this afternoon. That's what I did. Alright, well, we've got there now. We've got there, and I can fix this in a minute. Right? I can fix all this in a minute. I've lit it, at least as that. They've stopped spawning. I've done all the running away scared and running back and sorting it all out and everything. But I still want to get sorted in my kitchen here. This is still an important thing. I want to get sorted out in here. That was just like, where are those red dots? Where are those mobs coming from that are on my head while I'm doing this? Because I was in here, and they were spawning just there, right above me, and I didn't know where or how to spot the secret room. Like there we can see the roof above, so we go secret room spotting. There's lots of them around here, I'm sure. No secret room this way. Oh, get down. Obviously no secret rooms here because we can see that. Yeah, around here, no secret rooms around here. There's a few blocks missing around here, but no secret rooms around here. I'd seem to be bringing you a new secret room every time we do an episode just recently, and that's surprising me because well, these places aren't that big, are they? No secret rooms in there. How can this place be still revealing secret rooms after all this time? It's cool, isn't it? I like that they've got so much detail involved in it all. That there's so much going on in this one building, this mansion. It surprises me. It surprises me that they went to so much hard work to get it all to fit. And I like that. I like that a lot. I also, do you like my little open patio doors? Little patio door opens. So I can get in and out of these areas. And I think I hear an Enderman around somewhere. I think he's a bit further away. But it's looking okay in here so far. Right? Looking okay in here so far. That looks clean. That looks clear. That's good. Alright, so those red dots, the final red dots on my map, the final mob spawning in... No, that's not the final red mob spawning. There's some more over that side. I'm going to have to be careful of getting those out now. Over this side, like over on this far corner, there were some. And is it going to be in the same kind of spot? No. Because I fall all the way down here on that one. But they are in this zone, so are they below me? Oh, yeah, creeper. Hi. You're not blowing up here. Boop. Die. Okay. And I got one of those creeper heart things. This isn't really working out quite the way I intended it today. Okay. So now all the excitement's done, and I've got myself all situated back again. The ceiling is cleared up above the kitchen is no longer a nightmare. Check it out. This is my range of cooking facilities. It's about all I could stand making. I was thinking about going a little bit further around, but when I looked at it, I thought, actually, a full wall back here would be more than enough of space for all of my cooking requirements, right? And centrally to that is the cooking table, which shows all the ingredients in all the connected inventories. And each of these is a connected inventory. This is a water, of course, water tank. Connected inventory fridge, which even has a really cool inside. Connected inventory kitchen counter has got some bread in it underneath the toaster, yeah? These corners don't have anything in them, but they do have the corner edge coming around the side. And you wouldn't expect there to be anything in them because it's normally going to be from that to another one on this side, and it just gives that lovely look about it. But I've used them in this case because I wanted the edge along there, and it's framing it nicely on two sides. Yep, melon in the fridge. Kitchen counters with carrots and beetroots and stuff in, and a cooker that is a working cooker. It can basically, you put some ingredients in there, put some ingredients in this bit, and it'll cook them out into here. It'll stack them up in here, cook them in there, and then put them out that way. It's pretty cool. And you can eat it, of course. Let's put that into that kitchen counter there. There are lots of other things that we could be able to do. We just need other ingredients and things and bits and pieces for it. And at the minute, all of my ingredients are getting stored into these barrels here. So at the moment, I manually come out here and I come and empty these out by hand and bring them up here into my kitchen. If I can get up, climbing up everything, into my kitchen and put it all away. Right, you've seen that already. That's it. Okay. So what am I looking at? Well, there's a few different cool storage devicey type things that I would like to do while I'm playing A Druid's Tale and dealing with a lot of the magic stuff and all the new magic mods. Let's just have a quick look through here, right? Page 1 of at storage, we've got multi-storage. I don't know what multi-storage is, so I'm not going to talk about it too much, but it's multi-storage, right? Then there's multi-storage ender chest links and stuff, ender chest, ender tanks and all that kind of stuff. Ender pouches, ender bags, yes, we'll get into those, but not right now. My favourite of these is not quite applied energistics, but it is refined storage, and it is the kind of like the front runner. Applied energistics always seems to take a lot longer to come out, and refined storage will take its place in the meantime, right? And it's all very good, it's all very cool, it's got its own features and it's pretty good, and I like it, but it's a little bit more advanced at the moment than what I want to do straight away. And for my kitchen, it's a pretty big, advanced, expensive thing for me to do. So then we've got, let's move down one here, the simple storage network, which is what we're going to be using. And then we've also got the storage drawers, which are epic, and I've used them over and over again, and I'll probably still use them with this simple network setup. But simple networks, simple storage networks. Let's see, can I do network there? Yeah, but is it? It's also doing a refined storage network cards. Okay, well, never mind. We've got a few things that we can make in simple storage network. We've got the master storage network, the heart of the network, which I receive power to, I believe. We've got a storage request table, which is where all the crafting and stuff happens. We've got some storage cable. We've got link inventories, so linking an inventory like a storage bus. We've got export cables, import cables, and that's pretty much it. There's a remote, and there's an advanced remote, which is across dimensions. All of which, very awesome. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to power the storage network master, or if I need to, but I'll figure that one out with some kind of furnace cooker type thing, right? But we've got everything we need. Blocks of quartz, some diamonds, and storage cables. We need storage cables and the gold ingots and crafting tables. The storage cables themselves, just some stone slabs and some iron ingots, nice and easy. The inventory is a chest with some of those, a piston with some of those, a hopper with some of those. And this is ender pearls. So the remote control stuff we'll leave for another time. But almost everything else is very, very simple to make. So I'm going to make some stuff up, and I'm going to try and figure out what I can do with them in my kitchen. Now, I've already opened up the stuff below here. I've already dug all that out, so I've got space to bring things from the farms down underneath the house and up into these storage devices here. And I want to mess around with that in the rest of today's episode. Okay, so ideally, I've now made a few bits and pieces. Ideally, we would have only the things that need connecting, such as the fridge and the counter, not the oven, counter, not the cooking table, counter, not the sink, fridge, counter, not the corner units. All connected to a system of pipes and cables. So I've got this set up under here where we've only got access to those underside down here, right? Now, the oven is not one of them. Why have I got the oven still showing? That's me doing a bad. Kitchen counter, fridge, and kitchen counter, fridge, kitchen counter. Yes, that's perfect. So what I want to try is each one of these different things in here. I'm going to try them. Now, an export cable exports items from the network to the attached inventory. I want to try out just two of them. One onto the fridge and one onto the kitchen counter there, right? And they join together to make a network of just those two. They won't do anything yet, but I can access them and say what we want, an import filter based on what's already in there and how many or the priority on the network of where it gets stored and all that kind of stuff. So this kind of bit is going to be like that, you see. So things from the things from the farms will go into there. Then we just connect them up with some more cables, which I think I'm going to need a load more cables. I really am going to need a load more cables, aren't I? Connect them up with a load of cables along there, like that. Right? So those first two are my experimental. And then bring that across to here. I think over here. So we'll have some kind of setup over this side. Let's get up here. Oops, I fell off. I fell down because I don't have this on. There we go, climbing gloves on. There we go. Right, and then I'm thinking, okay, so foodstuffs and things are going to go in these, right? There's no need for seeds or anything to be cooked or anything like that in here because we haven't got anything to do yet, have we? We haven't got any of that. There's no Pam's Harvest Craft and stuff like that in this version of Minecraft, but there might be eventually, and this pack might be updated to include it eventually. So what I'm going to do for now is put seeds in boxes like this. So I've decided to go with these like 4 drawer boxes for some, and then some basic drawers for others and the like, you see. And then just have those connected to the network. Let's start on the other side, right? Because I want to test it out with these two. I'm going to connect the whole row, but let's test out this first half. We'll test out this first half as well. So we're going to put that in that side, and we're going to put that in that side, right? And then from below, we're going to have export cables going out to those. Right, so if I can get up to them, then that'll be perfect. I have an export cable there, and an export cable going there. Okay, so those two go export seeds into that one, and I don't know, something into that one that we don't cook, like cactus, maybe. Because we probably don't need a cactus green in our kitchen, but we might need cactus or whatever from the farm. Right, those are all connected up, and we're going to connect in the middle there. Right, so it's all set up like that. That's stage 1, right? Getting the idea of that to connect up all the network. I'm going to run some more cable underneath these very soon. But the other thing that I need to check is whether or not we can place the crafting request table in the middle there. So we can have access to that. There's no real connection to it at the minute. And this storage network, see whether these work together. So for now, let's just connect this to here. This is not the final place. Let's see if I need some power or anything here. It's got storage export cables 2, storage cables 2, storage request table 1. So yes, the storage request table seems to be working while we're doing that. So let us pop in, let's go with 1, 2, 3 different seed types. 4 different seed types. Yeah, and what was the other thing we was on about? Cactus. Okay, let's just see what we can put in. Let's put cactus in there, and then the 4 different seed types in here, like so. All right, now can we request them from here? No, there doesn't seem to be any inventory, does there? So the chances are that it's not reading them. It should be connected to them all. It says so. Storage export, 2 export cables, which are the ones down there. And then storage linked to those things. So we're going to need to storage link cable them by the looks of it, like that and that. Which means that I'm going to need 2 sides to each one of these to be able to connect it up properly. So that's storing and linked to that, which means now they are available in the network. Okay. So with this is so that I can take things out and put them into crafting grids and access them and all that kind of stuff, having access that way, right? So I really don't need the request table set up in here, because in here that request table is null and void, because this is technically going to be a request table and crafting area for all of the stuff that's in here. All I need to do is export from the farm and bring it into this. So that's what we're going to do on this side of things. We're going to have export or import cables, right, connected underneath each of these. And we're going to take that import stock, we're going to take everything out of there, whitelist everything that's inside one of these things. Yeah, all of that. And we're going to import it into the system and cable it off and export into those storage over this side and storage over this side. And forget about all of this. We won't need any of this stuff. I can move this somewhere else. I think I might need the master cable for it to work. But we'll see. I'll sort that out in just a second and put that down there somewhere. I might even be able to put it there, just as part of the place. I suppose that hiding it down below would be better. Hide it away so that no one can see it, and then it's not a thing, is it? We can just put it down below there. That'll do. And then I can put something else in here that looks like some storage or something for the farm, and maybe have a little countertop next to it, that kind of thing, and see what happens. I've just got a little access route down here, which comes down to it, so I can sort it all out and get some more cables made. I just need to make a load more cables now, and a few more export buses. Another set of 4 export buses. Yeah, 4, because I probably don't need any of that side just yet. And then a load more cables and connect it all up to that and see if it's running. Okay, well it looks like everything's connected to where it needs to connect, and I've got access to all the pipes. The exports and the imports and all that kind of stuff's all connected up. Now I've just got to figure out the energy supply, and I really have not considered energy or power or RF generation in this mod pack yet at all. Not at all, at all, at all. Now I think the best is possibly environmental tech. As I recall, that's probably the easiest and best. There's also thermal expansion in here, so we've got thermal expansion dynamos, which they just need a lot of work to get going, and we need some kind of way of moving power around. So I'm thinking leadstone energy flux ducts and all that kind of stuff are pretty cool for that. But the other generation in environment tech, solar arrays, right? Just tier 1 solar array requires something really weird. This litherite pavers, right? Litherite pavers for solar arrays. So, what's all that about then, eh? Well, litherite. Litherite is an environmental tech thing to make this, to make that, and you get that from green dye, diamonds, flint, and lime dye to make the crystals. Like, wow, you make the diamond crystals. That's a lot of work to make the things that I need to do that. And then on top of that, I'm going to need to make cells with lapis and all that kind of stuff in order to make solar panels, which is all this stuff, and whatever that is, with some of these connector things, which, yeah, okay, simple enough. So there's quite a lot of stuff to do to make that, and I think that's probably the best choice, because they really do generate a lot of power, those tier whatever solar generators from environmental tech, and it's environmentally friendly, a bit of solar power, right? But I'm in a rush. Today's episode is drawing on, as you can tell, so I've been looking at other things, and I spotted this calculator mod, and it's got some starch extractor, redstone extractor, and glowstone extractor, which produce RF, generate RF per tick, and also a hand crank, which is 18 RF per tick, right? Now, a hand crank is simple enough to make by the looks of it. A power cube is simple enough to make. I just need to make a power cube and a hand crank and all that kind of stuff and see what happens. I really don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if I've got something that's going to make this happen. I'm just winging it, really, like I normally do. I'm just winging it. I don't know how the calculator mod really works, okay? I've not really had too much to do with the calculator mod. I remember it being in a couple of mod packs that I've played on before, but I don't recall how it actually works. I'm guessing that hand cranked generator is going to need this hand crank handle. I'm going to need some more some more of those stick things. Alright, let's do that. And then this. Okay, so we've got a hand crank for it. Next up, we're going to need some leadstone and lead in order to transfer that power to the box. And I don't think I've got any lead down here. Well, then, let's see. This is the fundamental basics of the idea, is to put that into there. Cranked false, okay, put the crank on and then crank it. Oh, just right clicking everything just works, okay. And then that's put RF into there, okay. So now flux duct, can that connect to, it can't connect. Why can't the flux duct connect to it? Why can't we put power into it? Do I need a special power storage device? Simple storage power connector, only one per network. Request table, speed upgrade, operation upgrade, remote storage. How do I receive power in these things now? How does power go into this? How do I put power into the system? Answers on a postcard, folks. Everybody figure it out down below. That's automatically moved the power into there. So that cable's now got 216 RF, and this is just going to keep adding to it. So I can move the power, but how do I connect the power into that? What am I going to do to connect that into the power? There's obviously got to be something, but simple storage doesn't have an input for power. So there must be something else that we've got to do. So while we deliberate on that, let me know in the comments down below what you think I can do to achieve the power here without going through the process of environmental tech so early on. I guess there's plenty of other things that I could be doing, and I'm just refusing because I'm short on time for today's episode, and today's episode was all about getting the storage network hooked up to all the drawers and that. But without the power, it's not going to work. So we need to have an episode next on power generation. So I would really like to hear all of your ideas of all the different methods of generating power in this pack that you think that I could achieve within reason very early game. And I'll see about which one I want to use in the next episode and shout you out. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next episode very soon. Goodbye.